Hi, so I'm Kayla. Today I wanted to do something a little different and make a video response to Emma Blackery's video, Feeling Good 101, Depression. It's a little hard to focus on what I'm saying when there's all this wind and rain coming down on me, and I'm realizing now that perhaps this wasn't the best filming place, but like I said, it's really beautiful out here, and it kind of connects to what I'm going to say at the end of my video, so just bear with me if I'm shuddering and there's rain on my lens or something like that. I don't know if it's obvious or not from my videos and tweets and blog. I don't really try to hide it, but at the same time I don't like to talk about it too much, but I've been depressed a lot in my life. And like I said, I'm not sure if you can see that from the way I present my videos, but that's the fact. I dealt with that on and off for about 4 years, and it's still ongoing, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. So while I'm not pretending that I'm 100% happy all the time, I am a lot better than I was. It's getting windy. I am a lot better than I was, and I've made a lot of progress, so that's why I feel like I can talk about this, because I think I must have been doing some things right if I've made the progress that I have. So the first thing I want to say about depression is that I believe, anyways, it's all in your head. And before you stop and get mad at me and yell, "No, it's not, depression is real," I agree with you, depression is very real. But just because something is in your head, it doesn't mean that it's not real. I think something that's really easy to do when you're depressed is to get completely self-absorbed. And my dad used to say that to me, you need to stop focusing so much on yourself. And I really hated when he said that, because I thought, I'm not focusing on myself, I hate myself, why would I be self-absorbed? And being self-absorbed doesn't mean that you have to like yourself necessarily. But I think when a person is depressed, a big part of that can be that they're focusing so much on themselves. And just to clarify, I am not saying that because other people have it worse off than you do, that doesn't give you the right to be sad. I'm not saying that at all. But I think focusing on ourselves too much is what can cause us to get into such a deep depression. If you spend a lot of your time volunteering or helping other people, if you just take all the focus off yourself and put it on other people to make other people's lives better, that's going to make you feel a lot better. And then I'm going to contradict myself also and say that if you are depressed, you also get the right to be very selfish sometimes. And you might be thinking, what are you saying? That doesn't make sense. But if you are really depressed, you have to focus on yourself, and you have to be able to know where the line is that you can push yourself to, so you don't go over that line. So some days you just gotta say to yourself, you know what? I need a day off today. I don't necessarily mean from work, I just mean just a day off in general. You know, like, I'm just gonna sit in bed today, read a book, have a nice bath, and take care of myself. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that regardless, but if you're depressed, those kind of days are really important, to just pamper yourself and take care of yourself. And I can't emphasize how important it is to talk to other people when you are feeling really down. If you feel terrible, keeping that all bottled up is just gonna make it so much worse. And at the same time, I think it's important to not talk about it too much, because you don't want to make it feel like it's a big part of your life. Even though it is a big part of your life, if you talk about it all the time, you're going to start to feel like that's part of your personality. And 3 years ago, I felt like that was part of my personality. I was kind of scared to get better because I felt like that was the most interesting thing about me, which is really warped and doesn't make sense, but that was how I felt at the time. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I think it is important that you don't focus on your depression too much, because then you're going to let it take over your personality. And you're an amazing person. You want to get rid of the depression. You don't need to hold on to that. You have so much more to your personality than being depressed. Maybe I'm strange for feeling like that. I'm not sure if anyone else does, but I just wanted to throw that in here. Another thing I wanted to say is, unless you absolutely have to, I would strongly recommend not taking antidepressants. If you have a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist that is strongly encouraging you to take them, that you need to take them in order to get better, then by all means listen to your healthcare professional. But I believe that if you don't need to take them, antidepressants are something that you should happily stay away from. I was on at least 4 different kinds of medication for a year and a half, and then I finally got off them because I felt like a zombie. I really didn't feel good. I was having trouble keeping my relationships with people because I just was so numb to everything. And I mean, I'm not saying that being on antidepressants is going to make you a sociopath or anything. You're still going to be yourself, but I just think that they numb you down. And obviously there's tons and tons of different antidepressants on the market, and they're all going to have very different side effects. But in general, I think that unless you seriously need antidepressants, like I said, unless a professional is recommending you to get them, strongly recommending you to get them, I would try your best to stay away from them. There's no pill out there that is a quick, easy fix. You're not going to take a pill and then within a month or whatever period it is that they take to kick in, you're not going to magically feel better one day because of a pill. Antidepressants are crutches that you can lean on and they'll help you get better slowly, but you definitely do not need them in order to get better. Unless a professional tells you that you do. I just very strongly believe that the human mind is an amazing tool and that it'll help you fix your problems for you if you put in the effort and work required. So that's why I believe that depression's in your head, because I believe you can totally fix it with the right kind of thinking processes, and if you put in the work. If you wake up every single morning and say, I'm gonna do my very best to get the most out of today, and if you do tons of little things throughout the day to get the most out of that day, over time you're gonna start feeling a lot better. If you wake up every morning and take some antidepressants but go through your day allowing yourself to think really negative thoughts all the time, allowing yourself to think, wow, I'm so fat, I hate myself, I have no friends. If you allow yourself to think things like that, nothing's gonna get better. But if you wake up, if you feel like crap, but if you force yourself to think today is gonna be a good day, and if you get some little mantras and you repeat them to yourself, and if you do that every day for months, could take a year, it's gonna be a process. But if you do that, and if you do tons of little things in your day to make yourself feel better, it's gonna work. It is, I guarantee it. If you feel really down, instead of going on Tumblr and looking at really depressing posts, go outside for a walk, or take a really nice hot shower, or go jump on a trampoline. Do something fun. That's why I wanted to say that I'm shooting this video outside, because I really believe, personally, in my case anyways, that if I'm feeling really down, the internet makes it 100 times worse. There's definitely tons of good stuff on the internet, but I feel like if you're in a bad mood, you're gonna drive towards those bad things on the internet. So like I said, if you're feeling really crappy and you go on Tumblr and you see just a bunch of really depressing things, or if you see really attractive people and you start to compare yourself, or if you see pictures of self-harm, I hate when people post that on the internet. I don't understand why or who they think that's gonna benefit at all. But if you're feeling really down and you see that kind of stuff, it's gonna make you feel worse. Where if you go for a walk, you're gonna feel better. The sun is outside. Even if the sun's not outside and it's a really cloudy day, like today, you're gonna get fresh air, you're gonna be moving, there's gonna be endorphins in your body building up. You're scientifically proven to feel better if you go outside and do some exercise. I'm not talking about marathon running, just go for a light walk. Sorry this video is a little bit scattered. Depression is really important to me. I just didn't pick exactly the best environment to film this in. I didn't script anything. I probably should have, honestly, but depression is such a big topic. It's hard to cover in a short video that doesn't turn into a cinematic experience. So I'm doing my best here to try and get all my thoughts into one short little video. If you have any questions or things that I said weren't clear, feel free to leave me a comment or write me an email, anything you want that I can help you out to clarify what I'm trying to say, because I know I have a habit of talking really fast and kind of talking in circles and all that bad stuff. My hair is really wet now, and so is my sweater, and I'm really cold, so I'm gonna go inside. Thanks so much for watching this. I hope you guys are doing super duper. I hope you're not feeling depressed, and if you are, I'm always more than happy to talk to you guys. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.